Well, hello and welcome to another Faith, Philosophy and Life with me, Mr. Shelton. It's great to see you, and I do hope that you are doing well. Today we're continuing thinking about why Jesus is special, and we're going to think today about what life was like when Jesus was alive. Behind me then are four different images which you can see. Some of these are images from the 1900, some of them from 1800, some of them from year 800, and some of them from the 1st century. So my question is, which image is which? So have a look at that, make a decision, and then I'll go through some stuff with you. Okay, so the image at the top left is 1800. The image at the top right is 1900. The image at the bottom left is 1st century, and the image next to me is 800. And if you look at that, you can see that life is very different in each of those pictures and those images, and that's because life changes. So go and grab a pen and paper, because here's our cheesy intro music. So our title today is Life at the Time of Jesus. Life at the time of Jesus. Our learning objective is to explore what life was like when Jesus was alive. It's going to be good if we can retell two facts about the life in 1st century. Great if you can explain what people did during the 1st century, and even better if you construct a piece of writing reflecting on lessons that could be learned from 100 AD. During today's session, we've got a media clip we're going to watch. We're going to think about life in the 1st century, and there'll be a reflection task as well for you to work on. So to start off with today, I'd like you to make a mind map for me, and it is this: what was life like in the 1st century? So make a little mind map, write down anything you know already, but you might not know much at this point. But what do you think life was like in the 1st century? Okay, what we're now going to do then is we're going to watch a media clip that will give us some information about that. So let's pay attention to this and then add some information on your mind map as we go, and then you're going to come back to me.
Hi, I'm Kaden. And I'm Abby. And today we're going to be meeting with Dr. Jamie Robertson. He's going to tell us what it was like to live in Jesus' time.
Okay, let's go.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Doing great.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Kaden.
Nice to meet you, Caden.
Hi, I'm Abby.
Hi, Abby.
Should I put my coat?
Yeah, throw it right there. That's perfect. So, you guys want to learn a little bit more about what Jesus was like when he was your age, huh? Mm-hmm. All right, fire away. What kind of questions do you have?
Well, I was wondering if he had like long hair.
Oh yeah, I've seen all the pictures with his long hair too. Probably not. I was looking through a few things. You see this picture right here? So this is from a little bit later, but you notice how short his hair is.
Curly and short.
Curly and short, yeah, that's right. And Paul, who wrote a good chunk of the New Testament, later on he's going to write about how guys have short hair, and if Jesus had long hair, Paul probably wouldn't have written about guys having short hair.
What were his games that he played?
Oh, yeah, super fun. Well, they didn't have a lot of toys per se, but they would play like racing games, running around, wrestling, fighting, that sort of stuff. Some of the girls of the time would tame birds and have like birds as like pets and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cute, eh? That'd be fun. We do know that they had like dolls and some like leather balls that they play a variety of games with. I remember David, like David and Goliath. Yeah, he would sit there and they'd figure out like slings, get accuracy, sometimes archery. Yeah, that's right. Anything else?
I was wondering like what he did all day.
Well, I've got to be honest with you. For a child in Jesus' time, not as much fun as it is for you guys. By about the age of 5, they would have to start doing like grown-up stuff.
Really?
Yeah, so that would mean you would be learning what your dad does for a living. You would probably be working with mom around the kitchen, around the house, doing that sort of stuff. So, for example, for Jesus, his dad was a carpenter. So at the age of 5, he's going to start learning how to become a carpenter. And then at about your age, when you turn about 13 or 14, your parents would probably be looking for somebody for you to marry. Really? They'd want you to be a wife already. I know, it's kind of weird, eh? Very, very young. You didn't live as long back then, right? So it starts a little bit younger. So these are great questions. I know we could do this all day long, but I was thinking it might be fun for you guys to actually try to live a little bit more like Jesus did in his time. Are you guys up for a bit of an adventure?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Do you want to try something?
Yep. Yeah,
All right,
sure.
I dug around and found some stuff. So if you trust me, follow me. I'm going to show you some kind of cool stuff, okay? Okay, then, just like now, the clothes are designed to protect you from the elements. So that's for you. You, my dear, get this beautiful blue one. So,
Whoa.
yeah, coloring cloth might actually be one of the things that you would learn too. So we're going to put these things on, and that'll help us get a little bit more of an understanding what Jesus went through, because especially this would be something that he would wear. So why don't you guys head over there, get changed, and I'll meet you back here in a couple minutes.
Whoa,
Yes, you guys look awesome. How do you feel?
feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, it's really hard to run in. Like, I can never imagine doing the splits in these.
Yeah, fair enough. How about you? What do you think?
Well, it's pretty, but the hair thing's like really weird.
Right, as a girl, you'd always have your hair covered. Now, for us guys, we would have like shawls like this, right? So it's good if you're like out wandering in like a sandstorm, I could cover my face, but always when you went into the temple to pray, like church at the time, you'd always have your head covered like this. But for girls, you'd have it all the time. How easy is it to run really fast in these things, eh? Like it all kind of constricts you. Exactly. Oh, perfect. You did it perfectly. So later on in the Bible, Peter is going to talk about when we've got to get to the business of like spreading the gospel and stuff. He says you got to gird up your loins. It's weird, eh? Which literally just means pulling these things up so that you can run fast, getting up above the knees so you can run fast. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah. But this will protect you from the elements, keep you warm at night and safe and dry during the days.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit closer to what Jesus wore on the outside of his body. But now I have a homework assignment for the kind of food that he put inside his body. So we don't have all the same materials that Jesus had, but if you guys are up for it, but using a fire, I want you guys to cook a fish, which is a great source of protein. And if you're close to the Sea of Galilee, there's a lot of fish kicking around. Sound good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Okay, so report back to me once you do the fish thing. Deal?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
We're on our way to meet Dan, and he's gonna help us cook the fish.
Hey guys,
Hey.
ready to get started?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here's the fish.
Whoa.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of gross.
Jab it in. Hey. Ooh, there we go. Oh, big one.
What is that?
Oh, that's so gross. I wonder what this guy has in him.
Nice.
So much little stuff. I'm an exterminator.
Oh.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Say, Oh man, the stick's getting hot. Is yours doing pretty good, Abby?
I have no clue.
Perfectly ripe 5-star fish.
Well, Jamie, we did it. We cleaned the fish, although it was a little gross. We cooked it, ate it, and we enjoyed the experience. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, good job, guys. You did it.
Okay, so we've watched our media clip. Now we're going to look at a little bit more detail about life in the first centuries. Now, in the description below, you will find this grid. You do need to access that, or you're going to need to copy out if you're not able to print it, or you'll need to do it some other way so that we can identify what it is that you have learned. You're going to work out which ones are about home, which ones are school, and which ones are based in the synagogue in the first century. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put information behind me. I'm not going to read it. You just need to pause it and tick off the ones that match that information. So here's school. So have a read of that, find the ones on that list and tick them off, and then come back to me. Here's homes. And here's synagogue. So we said it'd be good if you could retell 2 facts about life in the 1st century. Remember, that's when Jesus lived. Great if you could explain what people did during the 1st century. Again, hopefully we've got some information there. And even better if you can construct a piece of writing reflecting on that, and that's what we're going to do now. So this is my last activity for you, so you're just going to need to pause this and work through it. It's going to take the rest of the time you've got, so you're going to be writing in as much detail as you can. As I said, always please photograph things and send things through to your teacher. So your task is to create a descriptive piece of writing about what life was like at the time of Jesus. I'd like you to consider, what do you think the easiest part or the hardest part would be? Would it have been better if we returned to the 1st century and lived like they did then? What sort of people do you think you'd meet? And how would you imagine that life could be improved if you were then? Obviously, feel free to do some more research on this in order to do it. But I'm going to leave it there. So thanks for your time. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Wash your hands. God bless you. And I'll see you soon.